Good afternoon, everyone. Gabe Velazquez here with you, transparenttradesolutions.com on a Tuesday, last day of June. We have the markets rallying. In fact, I wrote about over the weekend the seasonal tendency going into a U.S. holiday, specifically July 4th, that there is a positive uh, bias really to any of the U.S. holidays. And it is obviously playing out as we see the S&P and the NASDAQ. Get subscribed to the newsletter. Give me a thumbs up. Put some commentary in the chat. Uh, Looking at the charts today, we have the S&P looks like it's going to hit another all-time high. Um, there's really nothing left on the charts to prevent it from stopping it from making an all-time highs. And so I think, again, probably we're going to see all-time highs, maybe even by Thursday. We'll see. Uh, Similarly, the NASDAQ was kind of lagging a little bit. There is one supply zone left, but that's not a high quality supply. It's at all-time highs, which, generally means that we may blow through that. Um, Bitcoin just cannot get going here. It seems to be pausing, seems to be losing some momentum right around the 58K level. However, um, I think we're going to need some kind of a washout. That's typically what happens, like here and here, before we maybe have a durable bounce that's tradable. In the meantime, you just kind of watch it to see what happens. VIX is coming back down to some levels that have peaked the market. Maybe it goes down to 14 this time around, or 15. Last time we came down to 15, we made a short-term top. That's also worth watching. We have non-farm payrolls on Thursday. Remember, it's a short trading week. We have Friday off in observation of 4th of July. We'll see if that changes. They're starting to creep back up again, the 10-year. We'll see if that moves the needle, the non-farm payrolls. Also, the dollar, kind of along the same lines. This is going to be important relative to gold, silver, the metals. If we can get a pullback in the dollar back down to maybe 100, that should give the metals a little bit of a reprieve here from the selling. You can see we're kind of just hanging around. I think maybe 3,900 on gold, and then silver probably looks like we may have put in a short-term low in silver. Let's see what happens with that one. But I would say probably likely we go to 55, 54 and a half on silver. Oil, again, it's just a news driven on any given day. It looks like it's, again, similar to Bitcoin, looks like it's losing some momentum. Maybe the bottom, short-term bottom is about 69, even with everything going on, even if the straits of this finally open up. I think a lot of that is already priced in. Obviously we've come from a long ways from 100. This is on the front month contract. It went to 115 on the front end contract at the time, but there's a gap to fill at 66.36, which is actually the gap when the war broke out on this specific contract. So that is still in play. There's still a chance we'll probably come in and fill that gap as well. Elsewhere, just you've got nat gas chopping around. Uh, See if it actually tomorrow's inventories, or see if we can break out. And not much else really. Just the grains have been just chopping around in here. Under the surface, you've got the same dynamic today. In fact, we've got semis up. Some of the software stocks are down. It is just really a mixed bag again. Just rotation continues. That's probably not going to change. Maybe next week when volume comes back in. It's a light trading week, so there's a lot of kind of algo trading with a light volume, making move stuff around. So we'll see how that goes. But opportunities are going to come about, long and short. I would say if you're looking for in the stock market, long and shorts are probably appropriate here. We took a short on a Qualcomm and a long on ServiceNow that worked out this month. And I think that still could be the case with a lot of these stocks. I mean, some of these stocks have come off pretty good, which will probably rally, and the semiconductors probably also going to pull back as they still continue to be extended. So that's probably the theme going into the new month, July. So we'll see how that goes. In any event, again, sign up for the newsletter, give me a thumbs up, and I will see you next Tuesday, obviously 4th of July observation on Friday, so I'm not going to be here. Have a great holiday. Take care.